In my book, I talk about this individual called Jean Baudrillard, who has written fairly extensively on technology and contemporary society. And he argues, I think it's a very convincing argument, that the sort of world picture, the understanding of reality that technology feeds off of, is one that says that the world can be made into a kind of perfect system, right? That sure, things go bad, but if we create smarter technologies and we devote ourselves to the technological cause even more so than we do now, we can create a world that works, and a world that works perfectly. So Baudillard says that technology constantly pushes that envelope. We're always looking for more efficient ways of doing things, to do things faster, cheaper, better, always, right? And we take any kind of resistance to that desire to make a world better as evil, as he calls it. It's something that we think has to be eradicated. And Baudrillard basically says that's the premise that underlies technology, right? That the world is perfectible and that we're constantly, again, pushing that envelope to make the world more and more functional and more perfect in a way, to do what we want it to do. And Baudrillard keeps on saying that's not the way the world works, right? He's saying it's based on a false idea of the nature of things. And he goes, the nature of things is that, yeah, the world we can rearrange things to make the world better and more functional from our angle, but things always go wrong, right? There's always a kind of backlash to our efforts to create a better and better world. So he didn't say this, but when we invented the airline crash, right? When we invented the internet, we invented hackers, or at least all of these negatives came to be. And so Baudrillard is saying it's just the nature of things, so that there will always be negatives associated with our progress. And we shouldn't be surprised when things don't go the way we want them to go. And I think he argues too, and I think it's a very powerful argument, that the more and more we create these big systems, powerful systems that allow us to do amazing things, the more we create these systems, the more that when things go wrong, they really go wrong, right? So the more integrated a system, when it dysfunctions, the impact is huge, right? It's just massive. Whereas if you have a much weaker kind of system or a less extensive one, when things go wrong, the negative isn't that big. So basically he's saying, put on your seatbelts, guys. It's going to be a rocky ride.